Every Muslim knows that they should be praying at least 5 times a day, and Allah has promised great spiritual rewards for doing so. It feeds our soul and refreshes our spirituality, but if you're anything like me, you might have asked yourself, does the act of prayer have any physical benefits as well? And if so, what are they? Well, today I'm going to attempt to answer this question just for you. Assalamu alaikum, my name's Shahrukh, I'm a Muslim and a doctor, and let's get started. Actually, before we get started, I want to say 2 quick things. Firstly, I've made this video not as a scholar or imam, but as a student of Islam, as a student of knowledge. So if I've made any mistakes, may Allah forgive me. Second thing, no matter what physical benefits the Salah prayer may or may not have, it doesn't change the fact that 5 daily prayers are obligatory on us. Having said that, the first physical benefit of the Salah prayer is in the postures, in the movements that you're making during the prayer. Salah prayers are composed of several different movements and postures, and each rakat or unit of prayer consists of about 7 to 9 different postures. And if we do some quick maths, with a Muslim praying 5 daily prayers, you're doing on average about 120 postures a day. And each of these postures brings its own unique benefit, which I'm going to talk about now. Firstly, the takbir, where one raises their hands to the level of their ears. This stretches the chest muscles as well as moves the shoulder blades gently. And then straight after in the qayyum, where one lowers their hands to their waist in a standing position. You're dropping down the shoulders, expanding your chest cavity, and encouraging relaxed breathing. In both of those positions, the takbir and the qayyum, are said to straighten your back and help to improve your posture overall, especially when those positions are being repeated more than 5 times a day, every day. The third position is the ruku, where one bows down from a standing position with your hands rested on your knees and back held straight for a few seconds. Now, the ruku position has a couple of benefits that are scientifically proven in the research literature. The first benefit comes from the fact that the ruku position causes an increased load bearing on the knees. This kind of load bearing exercise is exactly what the American College of Sports Medicine recommends as the type of exercise to maintain your bone health and minimize the risk of osteoporosis and resulting fractures. The second main benefit of the ruku comes from the stretching of the hamstring muscles in the lower back. And this has been shown to be useful in managing lower back pain as well as reducing the risk of spinal compression, which can cause things like sciatica. Moving on to the fourth position, which is the sajda, which is where one prostrates to the ground with their hands and knees, their forehead planted on the ground. In this position of fully flexing your hip joints as well as flexing your lower back is also thought to be helpful in terms of reducing back pain and reducing the risk of spinal cord disease. The additional benefit of this position comes from the fact that the head is vertically lower than the heart, thereby increasing the amount of blood that flows towards the brain, and that's been shown to help reduce high blood pressure as well as reduce the chance of headache. The fifth position is tashahhud, where one sits on the ground, toes extended, and hips and knees fully flexed with a straight back. And because of the position involving flexion of the knee to its full range of motion, it's thought that this position helps to reduce the chance of knee osteoarthritis and degeneration and help to preserve the health of your joints, specifically your knee joints. Additionally, sitting in this position with a straight lower back will help to strengthen those core abdominal muscles, and if you're lucky you might even get a 6-pack just from this position.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I haven't got mine yet personally, but I'm sure it's going to happen soon. I'll definitely let you know when it does. And the last position I'm going to talk about just now is the Salah, where one turns their head from side to side to signal the end of the prayer. And the rotational movements that we make in our neck and upper vertebrae as we're doing this from side to side not only improves the range of our neck motion, it also helps to strengthen our upper back muscles. It lowers the chance of developing neck aches or spinal issues in the neck in the future. All of the physical postures that I've talked about that are part of Salah, they've all been shown to be beneficial in various ways, as I've talked about. Combine them all together and you've got the ultimate kind of super exercise that we do 5 times a day. It's even thought that the movements of the Salah prayer can be beneficial for those recovering from surgery in terms of post-op recovery and rehabilitation. Salah is even being looked at as a way of rehabilitating the elderly in terms of increasing their fitness and their movement and improving their overall blood flow. Apart from the actual postures and the kind of physiotherapy-based benefits of Salah, there's a few other key benefits that are physical in nature to Salah. The first one of these is it's a form of light cardio. In fact, one of the studies that I came across looked at the average energy expenditure that that the average Muslim adult male and female use for the act of Salah, and the conclusion was that on average we're using about 80 calories a day just to pray our prayers, and that this was enough for Salah to be considered a form of physical activity that could improve our fitness, our overall cardiovascular health. And in fact, it's been suggested that your daily farz prayers, just the obligatory ones, the 5 daily obligatory prayers, are enough to constitute the equivalent of about 30 minutes of light exercise. Combine that with something like walking to your local mosque, and you'll easily meet your daily physical activity recommendations. So no need to go to the treadmill, just pray your prayers. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the relaxation and reduction in anxiety that can come from the act of praying Salah. If you're anything like me, when you take the time to actually focus on your prayer, try and remove all the distractions from your mind and just concentrate towards Allah, you feel yourself more able to relax, your blood pressure drops, you feel a bit calmer. Well, it turns out this effect is real. In a study that looked at the effects of Salah prayer on the autonomic nervous system, that's the system in our body that controls whether we're in a fight or flight mode versus a more relaxed, calm, happy mode. The study found that during Salah, our sympathetic fight-flight nervous system is reduced and our parasympathetic nervous system, our relaxed, be calm, be happy system, that's increased. Meanwhile, another study showed that Salah prayer can significantly reduce the levels of cortisol in your body, which is a stress-related hormone. In summary, regular Salah prayers have been shown to minimize your anxiety, promote relaxation, and reduce your cardiovascular risk. Finally, I'll give a quick mention to the fact that Salah prayers generally improve our overall cleanliness. The fact that you need to do wudu before performing every prayer, doing that 5 times a day. It's basically a skincare routine all by itself. And a general state of cleanliness in all areas of the body contributes to a happy mood and a happy life. So those are some of the physical benefits of Salah. There's probably many more that I haven't spoken about, that I haven't come across in my research, some of which haven't even been explored or discovered by the research. And that's all, of course, in addition to the huge spiritual and psychological benefits that Salah brings as well. But we're not done. To learn more about Islam and raise your deen with me, click right here on this video. Otherwise, thank you for your time. Jazakallah khair for watching. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.